Hi, this is Shama Prabhu. I'm the corporate chef for the Quorum Hospitality, which comes under Bastock Exchange, Desi Culture, Mr. Bauzi.
Hi, I'm Gaurav Gidwani. I'm the F&B director of the same company as she's the corporate chef. And
Nice.
yeah, I could be nicer. Yeah, that's really nice. So the thing is that we are here to talk about a new brand, which is Desi Culture. The concept behind Desi Culture is, as you know, as the name suggests, it is the Desi cultures with the Western influence on it. And what we plan doing over here is sticking to authenticity, sticking to the basics right, and then developing them further.
We've concentrated a lot of Indian restaurants. You know, when you go to an Indian restaurant, you don't get things like chaat and all. So we're concentrating on chaats, but not your run-of-the-mill chaats. We're doing things like Dhuadar Chinese Bhel, where we're infusing the Chinese Bhel with hickory smoke and applewood smoke. And then we have a Hajmola Dahi Balla, where the dahi is frozen on the table, where there's a little drama element, where the guest is seeing what is happening with the dahi, where the dahi is frozen with liquid nitrogen. It's got flavors like pickled beets, hajmola, there's jaljeera sorbet in the dahi balla. And then you have your jalapeno cheese ragra patties, where you have a jalapeno cheese foam on the ragra patties. And you have your regular affairs of chaat chutneys on it. We have our signature dishes as well, where we've stuck to like really hardcore authentic recipes, where there's like meals like dabba wala gosh, which is an authentic recipe from Gaurav's house.
The dabba gosht is basically a very Bori preparation, and my dad's sister is married into Bori, so this is the recipe. It's a very household recipe which has been incorporated and got into the restaurant. And then as a signature items, the dal makhni or a butter chicken or a paneer tikka masala, they might sound cliche, but it is not the run-of-the-mill butter chicken. It's not run-of-the-mill dal makhni. I am fortunate enough to say that I have got been fortunate to be trained under the lineage of Chef Qureshi. So, those are things that have been kind of tried to get on a plate over here, and hopefully I wish that I have done justice to those things. And yeah, this is what we're planning to do in Desi Culture. We have a little bit of oriental food also that we have over here. The reason of doing that is just, that people want it. So if
people want dirty Chinese, I would come to the truth is like basically, who doesn't crave a chili chicken or a paneer chili or chicken in hot garlic sauce or burnt garlic prawns,
or a Manchurian,
or
as
a
a matter of
Manchurian.
fact.
Yes.
So what have we tried to do over here is we've also concentrated on giving thalis, since this vicinity is a very corporate vicinity, and you have a lot of people who step out for lunches and all. So we have concentrated on thalis, where we have 3 different type of thalis over here. One is a very Punjabi thali, but when we say it is a Punjabi thali, it is not a Punjabi thali that you would get at another Udpi restaurant or anything like that. Then the components are a lot better. You have the dal makhnis, you have the butter chicken, you have a dry veg which would be particularly had at a Punjabi home on a particular day, like it could be a bengan bharta, or it could be a bhindi ki sabzi, or it could be a homemade aloo methi, as a matter of fact, where we would incorporate fresh methi rather than today the commercial way it is done. Then we
just doing the yellow dal.
Yeah. And then we obviously have the Raju Chinese thali, which is the dirty street style Chinese thali, which has your Manchurians and your hot garlics and your
Crispy
veg and your Hakka noodles and fried rice with your Szechuan chutney. So I think that kind of a thali is the only benchmark it would be is one of those street styles literal street style Chinese places that you would want to visit to when you're craving for. And then the third one is the Garja Maharashtra. So I think that is
Basically, the Garza
Man's
Maharashtra,
forte.
Garza Maharashtra Maza is basically a thali that will have your typical Maharashtrian affair where you'll have nice toop wala varan, you'll have bhat, which will have toop, a lot of toop in it, and there'll be one sukha bhaji, which is traditionally yellow batata bhaji, and then you'll have 4 nice fluffy puris with one sweet and pickle and kachumbar, and then you'll have your, in the non-vegetarian affair, you would have a sukha chicken, kolhapuri chicken, and you'll have tamda rasa. So you'll have elements like this in the Marathi thali, which would also keep changing according to the produce of the day. Whatever is fresh, we'll add it into the thali.
And the flavors of the Maharashtra thali would also change. Apparently, we wouldn't, since she mentioned the Kolhapuri thing, since we've started with the Kolhapuri thali over here, obviously we'll be moving to other factors like the Sauji, Malwan, and so on and so
Konkan.
forth.
So all these, places we would touch as and when we change the thalis over.
Not taking away the all due credits of the kebabs that we have, yeah, it's not to be left out. Then we have a lot more main courses that is there. There's nihari, there's the haryali kofta, which is for the vegetarian. Then you have the Punjabi tawa murg, which is there, and then obviously then moving on to the desserts. There we have done a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
So in the desserts we have.
Motichur rabdi tart.
Motichur rabdi tart.
Motichur tart. It's got elaichi air on top of it. So you bake it to order. And then you have your rose kulfi with gulkand and frozen gulab and namkeen jeera chikki. And then you have your
a chocolate
bonbon.
heaven, which is a chocolate bonbon where you have a dark chocolate gato, then you have your sponge, you have chocolate soil, you have bonbon biscuits, you have gems,
You have chocolate mousse.
then there's fine Madagascar chocolate ice cream, chocolate ganache, and the chocolate bonbon. I don't know how many people know of it, as used to have these small ice creams known as bonbon. So we've got a bit of nostalgia also added to it with that.
So when you look at the plate, you'll actually feel like a kid because there's so many gems going around the plate, and then you see these bonbons, and you would actually wonder where should I start from.
My name is Rahul Ramesh Vaja. I take care of Bar Stock Exchange. I'm one of the bar managers out here. So it's a new addition. It's a new outlet to create new cocktails for the restaurant. So we kept the cocktails, most of the cocktails we kept more Indianized touch. So we've got more Indian flavors touched to this. Yeah, the alcohol will keep changing. Flavors we are doing, most of the cocktails we are doing is fresh fruit. So, people don't get dehydrated much when they drink a lot. But they'll actually get a lot of flavors in their beverages. We're doing specially like signature cocktails like Diwani Handi, which will have a touch of vodka with mango and passion fruit pulps, and we'll be doing like dessert cocktails as well. So we've got almost number of 16 cocktails, plus we've got Indianized shikanji mojito based flavored drinks, beverages at the menu. Plus we're doing lassi shots, so we have a variety of 5 different flavors, from blueberry to peach, chocolate, passion fruit, apple, kiwi. So these are the flavors we are doing. So you'll see a lot of fresh fruit drinks, plus fresh made to order food as well as cocktails. So you will definitely like it. I would request you to please try a Desi Culture outlet. This will it will amaze you a lot, and this will give you a different relish to your taste, which people normally find in restaurants as per their palate. Please do visit Desi Culture.